Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. And in today's lecture, I'm going to start with the threats to biodiversity. This is a very important topic and also very interesting. So let's start. So there are mainly four types of threats to biodiversity which can be responsible for the loss of biodiversity. The first threat is habitat loss, or we can also call it as habitat fragmentation. Right? What is habitat fragmentation? If a large habitat is divided into small patches like this, right? For example, if there is a large forest area, dense forest, and because of any developmental project, for example, it may be a highway project or railway track, right? Or any other kind of project or any mining project. And because of that project, government has to initiate deforestation in that area so that particular area of forest will be cleared, right? So because of that, that large patch of forest land will be converted into the small patches. This is known as habitat fragmentation, right? And if the whole forest area is cleared, then it will be known as habitat loss or complete habitat loss, right? We will see in detail how habitat loss can contribute in the loss of biodiversity. So, after that, another reason for the loss of biodiversity or another threat to biodiversity is pollution, right? And pollution, it can be for any sphere of environment. It can be for air, water, or soil, right? So we will see in detail how pollution affects biodiversity. The next important threat to biodiversity is overexploitation of selected species. Overexploitation or overhunting, right? The another threat to biodiversity is invasion of alien species or introduction of alien species, right? So we will see one by one each of this in detail, right? Starting with the habitat loss. So as I told you, habitat loss can be because of rapid industrialization, urbanization, increased food demand, or deforestation and thereby land degradation, right? And I have told you in the previous lectures also that all these events are interlinked, right? Let's see how. So for increasing human population, we need more and more food grains in order to feed them. And for that, we need more agricultural land, right? And for that fertile agricultural land, the forest has to be cleared, right? Apart from this, for providing employment to that population, we need industrialization and areas in which there are industries, or we can say industries are at large scale. So in those areas, there will be urban settlements, right? Around the industry, there will be urban settlements and it will lead to the urbanization, right? And for obtaining all these aspects, industrialization, urbanization, food demand, there is a event known as deforestation. It will take place, right? So this is how all these events are linked. And after deforestation, that land will be degraded, or it will convert into a degraded land, or finally into the deserts, right? So this is how habitat loss contributes to the loss of biodiversity, right? So most pervasive threat, or we can say this is the one and foremost reason for the loss of biodiversity, impacting 86% of the threatened mammals, 86% of the threatened birds, and 88% of the threatened amphibians, right? So this is the habitat loss. In case of habitat fragmentation, so जब भी कहीं किसी एरिया में fragmentation होगा, means जब large forest area will be converted into small patches, so जो animals होंगे, especially the larger mammals, उनका जो migration होगा वो affect होगा, and because these animals migrate, right, in order to search of food, water, shelter, right? So during the migration के दौरान there can be human and wildlife conflict, right? So this is how habitat fragmentation and habitat loss results into the loss of biodiversity. And this is the most important reason for the loss of biodiversity, right? Coming to the another threat to biodiversity, that is pollution. So 29% of amphibians are affected by the pollution and 17% by diseases. Pollution, especially the air pollution, leads to the emission of toxic gases and acid rain. This air pollution is because of burning of fossil fuels, which generally occurs in the industries at large scale. And this burning of fossil fuels leads to release of so many toxic gases, and we call them as air pollutant, such as carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, also carbon dioxide, which is not toxic, but it is a greenhouse gas, and it causes global warming and climate change. So after that, water pollution. So these are the events which happens in the water pollution, like eutrophication, bioaccumulation, followed by the biomagnification, toxicity imparted by domestic and industrial effluents, right? So because of these events, such as eutrophication, what is eutrophication? It is enrichment of nutrients, especially the nitrate and phosphate, right? So because of increased concentration of these nutrients into the water body, it will flourish with so much growth of algae there, right? And it will lead to the loss of biodiversity, because in longer term or in longer run, this water body or this lake can be converted into the dead water body, right? Now coming to the bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Actually, this is a event which caused in case of generally heavy metals or other toxic chemicals such as pesticides. So if in a particular water body these heavy metals or pesticides are being released, so because of the release of these heavy metals and pesticides, the concentration of these toxic substances will go on increasing in the food chain, in the aquatic food chain. And this successive increase in the concentration of these toxic substances at each successive trophic level is known as biomagnification, right? And if this concentration getting increased at only one trophic level, or it's being accumulated at only one trophic level, then it will be known as bioaccumulation, right? So this is the difference between bioaccumulation and biomagnification. And because of that, so many species are getting extinct, right? For example, we have studied the example of biomagnification in very first unit, and I told you about the DDT, biomagnification of DDT, and it affects the population of vultures, right? So because of this pesticide DDT, vultures population is decreasing and it has declined in significant number, right? Now coming to the uh, toxicity, which is imparted by the domestic and industrial effluent. So these industrial effluents and domestic effluents can also have so many toxic substances and chemical waste into them. So they can also cause water pollution and in turn can cause loss of biodiversity, right? So we have covered two threats. Now coming to the another threat to biodiversity, that is over exploitation of selected species, right? Overexploitation happens because of poaching. What is poaching? Poaching can be defined as hunting, killing, or preservation of animals or any part of animal body for the purpose of trade, the purpose of illegal trade. So it is known as poaching, right? So targeting of certain selected species takes place even after the legal protection. Products from endangered species are traded within and between the nations. And these animals are being hunted or killed because of their skin, teeth, horns, bones, medicinal uses, research, and educational purposes. Right? For example, in case of tiger, it is being hunted for its skin. In case of elephant, for the tusk. In case of rhinoceros, for the horn. Right? So this is how overexploitation leads to the loss of biodiversity, right? Few more examples I can tell you, like there was a bird in past named dodo, which is now extinct, and it was hunted because of its flesh, right? Overhunted actually. Similarly, there is a bird named passenger's pigeon, right? So these animals are now extinct, right? So here we have completed the threats to biodiversity, right? And in the next lecture, we will discuss about the conservation of biodiversity. So thank you.